In this video, we're going to talk about some steps that you can take to reduce a bacterial overgrowth in the stomach. Now, if you don't understand how that can happen or the trouble that that can cause, hit pause and go down to the description below this video so you can find the link for our video on signs of a bad bacteria in your stomach, and that'll help you understand that situation. If you're ready to jump into these steps, let's get at it.
TC Hale is not a doctor and does not claim to be a doctor or licensed in any type of medical field. Don't be an idiot and use anything heard on the show as medical advice. This information should be used for educational purposes only, and you should contact your doctor for any medical advice. Now get off me.
Now, a common problem to come along with bacterial overgrowths in the stomach can be cravings, especially for sugar and junk. Because a lot of times, if there's an overgrowth in the stomach and you can't acidify your food and break it down properly, you can't get all the nutrients out of that food, and the body's looking for an easy source of fuel that can break down very easily. And a lot of this junk and sugar and processed foods can be broken down very easily without an appropriate level of stomach acid. So the body's kind of scream for like, hey, give me some more junk. And the problem is a lot of these types of bacteria can feed on this junk, and you can help them thrive even more by continuing to feed this junk into the system. So it can be helpful to reduce your intake of sugar, carbohydrates, and starches, and especially liquid sugars like soda and alcohol and stuff like that. So if you can reduce that, you can reduce what you're feeding them and helping them have a party and have a good time and thrive. Also remember that a lot of these invaders will thrive in a more alkaline environment, and the stomach is made to be an acidic environment. So when that stomach acid isn't coming like it should, it kind of makes that environment better for them to thrive and replicate and have a big party and raise all their families. So one step that you can take is just something as simple as gentle vitamin C in the form of ascorbic acid. You want to find ascorbic acid vitamin C, which is what you're going to find in most like pharmacies and drugstores and stuff like that. Most people sell vitamin C in the form of ascorbic acid. So this can help start to acidify that stomach a little bit and change that into an environment that's not so hospitable. Also keep in mind, don't feel like that you need to create some kind of nuclear wipeout situation and get rid of all bacteria. We really just don't. Bacteria is in the body, bacteria is coming into the body, and the body is made to just sort of keep it in check. And as long as it's kept in check, it's not going to create a lot of trouble. But if there's a significant overgrowth, you really want to wipe that out and get that layer down a little bit so that it's not such a big problem. So one supplement that we love to see people use is called D-limonene. And this is basically just orange peel extract. And it's really good at seeping down into that mucus layer in the stomach and wiping out bacteria where they like to hide. But it can be an aggressive thing to use, so we only like to see people use it in the morning every other day. We don't like to see them use it every day, and maybe just for about 3 weeks to wipe down a layer of that bacteria and try to get things in a more manageable situation. Another supplement that can be beneficial is mastic gum. And this is made like from a resin of a tree bark in Indonesia or something. I don't know where you get it. Mastic gum can work almost like it's mummifying bacteria in the stomach or small intestine and then carrying it out of the body. And it does seem to be more effective at wiping out bacteria in the small intestine, but it can also get rid of some stuff in the stomach on its way out. So if you feel like you have a stomach issue, mastic gum can be helpful as well. But the most important step, and the step that most people fix, is that you want to restore that acid function. You want to shut the door. Why do you want to wipe out bad guys but then leave the front door open so more bad guys can just come right back in? So you really want to restore that acid function, not only so you can break down your food and actually get the nutrients out of your food, but so that the stomach is not set up for people to come in and have a keg party and raise their kids. So some people can use apple cider vinegar, and that can acidify the stomach a little bit. If someone just needs a little bit of a boost, then apple cider vinegar will sometimes be enough. But most people need to be more aggressive and actually supplement with betaine HCl. So they're basically supplying the stomach with HCl, the HCl that the body doesn't seem to be making enough of. And that supplemented HCl can help acidify the stomach and make it a more acidified environment, but it can also help acidify the food. So you can break down the food, start getting the minerals and nutrients out of that food that your body needs to make more of its own HCl. So you can really restore that function so the body can function the way that it wants to function. But the dose of HCl that you use can really vary greatly from person to person, and you really want to make sure you use HCl in the middle of a meal so that you're chasing it with at least a bite of food and it's not going to get stuck in your esophagus and then dissolve there, and then it's going to feel like heartburn. That's no fun. So betaine HCl is not a supplement you want to use willy-nilly. In my book, Kick Your Fat in the Nuts, in chapter 3, I teach people how to use HCl and figure out the right dose that is right for them. And my book is available on Amazon, but I'm going to put a link in the description below this video where you can get the whole thing totally for free. And then you can just jump to chapter 3 and learn how to use that appropriately, because if you're going to supplement with HCl, you really want to know what you're doing before you start dumping acid into your stomach, right? And if you hate to read, we also have a totally free digestion course online that'll walk you through those same steps, and we'll put the link to that totally free course in the description below as well. But just keep in mind that once you wipe out enough of these bad guys, you're going to want to restore this bacteria with good bacteria. So you might want to use some probiotics for a few weeks once you've corrected the problem. For now, in case bad guys have moved from the stomach down to the small intestine, check out our video on 4 causes for SIBO to understand the situations you're looking for in case you're dealing with the small intestinal bacterial overgrowth issue. I can't wait to hear about your results.